The RTX 5070 PNY version of the GPU, you can see right here, playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. It's paired up with the i5-12400F. I know it's a mid-range CPU, but again, it's a mid-range build that I've built right here. Okay, let's just see how it's going to perform with the 5070. And paired up with the 32 GB of DDR4 memory running at 3200 MHz. That's it. The latest driver, 610.74. You can see nothing is overclocked, everything is base speeds. So let's see how this game runs on this GPU, man. So if you guys want to check out my 3080 Ti video on the game, you can check it out. Again, I don't know how well this card is going to hold up because I've never seen it perform. But yeah, let's see. This is also a 12 GB card, so it's going to be interesting to see how good this can run Assassin's Creed Resynced. Alright guys, so let's check out 4K. And as usual, starting it on 4K and native settings. You can see DLAA, native, and no frame gen. So apparently this game has up to 6x frame gen, okay? Right now we're just going to stick to native. We will enable all that good stuff later on. And we're starting it off on maxed out extended ray tracing mode with ultra high settings. Let's see. And the 3080 Ti was handling the game pretty well, so I'm curious to see how it's going to be in this game. 30 FPS. Okay, so it's running exactly as same as the 3080 Ti. Wait a minute, so you're telling me that the 5070 runs almost similar to a 3080 Ti? Is that what I'm seeing right here? If that's the thing, then this is new information to me because I've never tested the 5070 against the 3080 Ti. I gotta make a comparison of that, so it's gonna be interesting, man. Okay, so the 3080 Ti is still really powerful GPU. The only difference is that the 3080 Ti consumes more than 350 watts of power, no matter what the resolution is. And over here, we are only using 200 and something watts of power, so that's the biggest difference that you can notice straight up. And it delivers kind of similar performance as a 3080 Ti. That's pretty impressive, man. So the technology has come a long way in 2 generations, at least in the power consumption department. You know, on the 5070, I'm not talking about the 5090. That thing, pretty sure is gonna cross 500 watts on these settings. But yeah, this is maxed out settings, man. 30 FPS with everything, with ray tracing and everything. So, okay. That's pretty good to see, you know what I mean? And again, I don't think there's an option for reflex, because without reflex, I can't have any data on the latency meter. So yeah, there's no reflex option in this game, unfortunately. Anyways, let's use some upscaling now. I'm gonna go to performance mode. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I forgot. I don't need to do anything else. Just performance mode and it should be good. Okay. Everything is still maxed out. So let's see. On the 3080 Ti, we were able to get 60 to 70 FPS. And it seems like the same thing over here as well. But since this card handles upscaling better than the Ampere architecture, we are seeing better FPS and the 3080 Ti. That's pretty good to see, you know. So if you are on this GPU, you want 4K performance mode, you should be able to play the game without any issues. That's really good to see, guys. You know, oh, that was a small little dip right there, but nothing major. So 66 FPS, man, just by enabling performance mode, and that was it. That's actually incredible, man. It still looks really good. 68, almost 70 FPS. Wow. 5070 is holding up really well. So it's like pretty close to a 3080 Ti performance right here. Even better on upscaling mode. So that's pretty good to see. So 4K is actually really playable. So now let's enable some frame gen. This is definitely not needed, as you guys saw. So maxing out the settings is totally doable. I don't see any issues whatsoever, and I will be totally fine playing it like this. So with 2x frame gen, it's going to be even better. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go 2x frame gen and see how that's going to be. 2x frame gen gets you to 115 FPS. Now it's way more smoother. Feels really smooth. So on keyboard and mouse, yeah, it is really smooth. And this is like much better than FSR frame that I tested on the 3080 Ti too. So yeah, it's upscaled from 55 FPS. You can see it on the Steam overlay. So that's pretty good too, man. So man, for me, this is perfect. I don't need anything more than this. Even without frame gen, it's completely fine for me. But if you want like 100+ FPS experience, this is totally doable because it doesn't lag or anything, you know, of that sort. So let me go and taste that music sheet or whatever it was called. Let me go get it. All right, I got that. But yeah, man, this is super playable. 112 FPS. I don't see any issues whatsoever. Completely playable, man. That's all I gotta see, man. So anybody with a 5070, you can max this game out easily. This is super playable. On 4K maxed out. I don't see any point turning off the settings either. So I'm just gonna see how it's gonna be on 6x frame gen. So why not? We got the option. 250 FPS maxed out. Granted, it's performance mode, but get the idea. Let me see if I can find any artifacting. If not, then perfect. I mean, it does stutter here and there a little bit. But as for the latency, I don't see any major issues. You can see a slight little artifacting around the character, but that's a given when you enable 6x frame gen. So yeah, that's like really minimal, pretty negligible. You don't even see that like that. So yeah, man, this is actually playable on 6x frame gen. Even though it's overkill, you don't need this definitely, but it's good to see that, you know. So what if I go to underground? Again, underground, underwater. How is that gonna be? I think it's gonna be solid. So this is a really well optimized game and it looks amazing too. I have no complaints whatsoever, man. Totally playable, 250 FPS on 4K. Performance mode also looks pretty decent. So no complaints. If you want to play Assassin's Creed Remastered, this is actually a doable experience. And again, if you're against frame gen, you can turn it completely off and performance mode is still getting you more than 60 FPS or close to 70 FPS almost all the time. So yeah, this is perfect. I have no complaints whatsoever. 230 FPS on 4K is crazy. So that's 4K. I don't think I need to show you guys anything further. You don't have any reason to go below these settings. This is completely playable. 250 FPS. What more do you need on an Assassin's Creed game? Like, yeah, let me just roam around a little bit more and then maybe switch to freaking 1440p. This is gonna be a fairly short video, man. The 3080 Ti was a little bit odd. I had to change settings a little bit, you know, to make it playable on 4K, but this one seems to be like a walk in the park. But again, I just want to see what settings will get us to 60 FPS without upscaling or anything. Or if I just turn off ray tracing, will that be enough? Or like maybe 50 FPS with DLSS quality. I'm gonna turn off frame gen. I don't think so, but let's see. Yeah, it actually is. So if you turn off ray tracing and use DLSS quality at 4K, can get close to 60 FPS. Okay? But again, why would you do that? What is a possible reason you want to do that? Because when you can get really great experience with ray tracing and everything maxed out, why would you want to sacrifice the visuals, man? And again, those things are there for a reason. The ray tracing, DLSS, frame gen, and all of that is there for a reason. And you're not like having a lot of latency or anything with that either. So I don't see any point in playing this game like this with a 5070. Just max it out and use some frame gen, and not even frame gen, just use some upscaling and that's it. So yeah, literally no point in playing like this. Just max it out, man. If you have a better CPU, it's gonna be even better as well. So there it is. That's 4K. Now let's do 1440p. Alright, now we're on 1440p. I'm gonna put it back to native anti-aliasing. See the raw performance of this thing. Still everything maxed out. Okay, I don't see any pointing in reducing anything, so let's see. 1440p, okay, barely 60 FPS, and again 1440p is gonna be the most played resolution with the 5070 anyways. Like any 12 GB GPU these days, especially in 2026, the sweet spot will be 1440p. So same case for this as well. You're getting 50 FPS almost with native 1440p, so not the best, you know. But you can see the 12400F is 60% use, so it is CPU intensive. If you have a mid-range CPU like this and you have paired it up with the 5070, it might be a slight bottleneck, but again, we are like maxed out on this GPU, 98%, so it's not really a bottleneck, but CPU might be holding it down a little bit, you know. If you have an X3D chip, it's gonna be slightly better as well, but again, not too much, because we're still GPU bound here. All right, so you definitely need a little bit of upscaling to make it better. So I'm gonna go all the way to quality mode, and that should be it. That should be enough, more than enough. There it is, 72 FPS. I'm gonna go actually finish this mission real quick. But yeah, man, 73 FPS, easy money. So that's the end of the cutscene. Complete another mission. So yeah, 65, 68 FPS, man, totally playable, and the game still looks really beautiful. So I'm gonna feed the chicken right here.
Hungry, aren't you?
Right now, like a lot of games have these petting features and all of that, but back then this was, you know, one of the unique things about this game. It was a new thing to me. I know I've never seen that thing ever in a game before, in an open world game like that, you know. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Oh, those things, I forgot that was a thing. Let me find somebody to beat up. It's been boring walking around, but yeah, man, 65 FPS, almost 60 FPS all the time, so it's really playable, guys. You don't actually need anything else except quality mode and should be good to go. Well, let me go up to the castle and try beating up some people if I can find somebody. We go Eagle Vision. In those, everybody down there is an enemies. Oh yeah, there's a guy right here. Okay, let me knock him out. That was quick. So they made the looting mechanics easy as well. You know, you just need to press the button and just instantly loots instead of just searching the whole body and stuff. That's good. That's pretty neat. But wow, man, this game just looks so beautiful with ray tracing. Look at that. So yeah, 66 FPS, man, pretty good. All right. So I'm gonna add some frames in on top of it just to make it more smoother. And again, 2x would be much sufficient to have a really playable experience. So right here we're getting 110 FPS upscale from 53. Yes, it does sacrifice a little bit of native performance, but you're getting 100 FPS, man, without any latency issues or whatsoever. So it's super smooth, like instantaneous response, and I don't see any artifacting, anything. The frame gen technology has come a long way, and now it's like really doable, even with 6x, like you guys saw, 4K. So my recommended settings on a 1440p monitor, this would be it. Quality mode, that should be enough for most of you. But if you want 100 plus FPS and never drop below 60 FPS, then this would be it. 2x frame gen 2 on quality mode, with everything maxed out, no compromises. All right, because you genuinely do not have any reasons to reduce the settings from ray tracing and ultra high, because this GPU can handle it pretty well. Like here, even with a mid-range CPU like the i5-12400F. So totally playable, man. I'm really glad this is a really well optimized game. I'm gonna have a fist fight with this guy. I'm not gonna knock him out. Yo, bro. Here it is. Man, that was funny. Yeah, the combat in this game is a little goofy, but It's pretty entertaining if you take a look at it. Let me come up. Oh shit. Okay, bro. There you go. One kick is all you need. Like, he almost got me though. I almost died with the one shot. Okay. But yeah. Super playable, man, on these settings. So, and again, let me go to 6x frames because why not? That takes you to 230 FPS. Okay. Not as much as 250, but still not bad, man. You don't definitely need this type of performance on an Assassin's Creed game. Like, really? Are you serious? Here it is if you want to. If you want to Sparta kick a Templar off the roof at 200 FPS, you can do that. It wasn't possible back in 2014, but in 2026, it's possible. And again, if you're worried about the naval combat scenarios, it's gonna be still really playable, guys. It's not gonna dip a lot. Maybe 5 FPS max lost during the naval combat scenarios, but for the most part, it's gonna be really smooth. I'm pretty sure. And again, even 2x range is more than enough to give you 100 plus FPS, so you have nothing to worry about. So yeah, that's 6x frames. So let me just, again, go to native settings and turn off ray tracing to see how it is. Back to native anti-aliasing and turn off frame gen. Apply that. I'm gonna turn off ray tracing. See if that's enough for, yeah, that definitely gets us to 70 FPS native. So yeah, guys, if you don't want ray tracing, you can play 1440p and get 70 FPS native. But again, why? Why would you do this? It's like a disgrace to this GPU. It's an RTX card, guys. Turn on ray tracing. It's completely capable of maxing this game out, you know. So just do it. You don't have to play this game like this. Just max the game out and have the best visuals and the best frame rate because you have the technology to do it. So yeah, this is totally not worth it. Even though you're getting to 70 FPS, just max the game out. All right. So yeah, I think that's enough for 1440p and 1080p to see if the CPU is going to bottleneck or not. So let's see. Now finally on 1080p, native anti-aliasing, no frame gen as usual. And back to maxed out settings with extended ray tracing. There it is, 65 FPS. So on 1080p, you can actually max the game out, native settings, and get 60 plus FPS. And now you can see you're still using more than 10 GB of VRAM. So on an 8 GB card, this is going to be terrible. It will be interesting to see how it's going to work on the 5060. So stay tuned for that video, guys. It's going to be pretty soon. So let me go ahead and synchronize from this point right here. Here's a new viewpoint. I've never synchronized from here before, so it's going to be interesting. You can see even while it's doing the whole synchronizing, it's still staying up about 60 FPS with a really smooth frame rate. So, like I said, man, really well optimized game. If you have the VRAM for it. You jump, leap of faith. Gonna keep climbing. Do a little bit of parkour. It's still staying about 60 FPS, pretty impressive. So on 1080p, you can see the CPU usage is at 75%. So now we are slightly bottlenecked by the CPU. You can see we're not completely fully utilizing the GPU here. It's at 98, 95 sometimes usage. So the CPU is like really getting utilized here on 1080p. So if I use some upscaling, it's gonna be way more load on the CPU again. But let's see. I'm gonna go to quality mode, and it's gonna be still pretty much the same 75. Okay, you're not gonna see a huge improvement because we are now on CPU bottlenecked kind of. As you can see, we are like 92% usage on the CPU. I mean GPU. CPU is at almost 85. So yeah, if you're on 1080p, you're not gonna see a huge improvement the more you go down on the upscaling settings. So it's better to just keep it on 1080p native anti-aliasing and play like that, because the performance gains you're gonna get the more you go down is gonna be pretty minimal. The CPU is not that capable to, you know, keep up with the GPU at this point. So it's better to just keep it on 1440p and max everything out. The best way to play it. And again, if you're on a 5070, you definitely have a 1440p monitor, right? So this is just a test to see the bottleneck issues, especially with a mid-range CPU like this. So it's still playable, but you know, it's good to see. And this is the reason why I do these tests as well. So if you are somebody with a mid-range CPU like a i5 12400F and want to upgrade to a 5070, you guys get the idea that you need a 1440p monitor at least to utilize the most of it, right? So let me put it back to native anti-aliasing, because if you go down, it's not going to be worth it. So, and I'm going to use a little bit of upscaling, I mean frames in as well, so that we put more load onto the GPU. So there you go. Okay, apply that. I'm going to go 2x again. And again, it's on native settings, so upscale from 51. So if you're on 1080p monitor for some reason with this GPU and this CPU, then again 2x frame rate is completely safe. It has the minimal input latency and a minimal artifacting, if there is any. But again, as you guys see, there's nothing of that sort. The game runs really well on all of these settings, and yeah, looking pretty neat as well. 100 FPS. So I don't think I need to show you guys more. It's gonna be completely playable in 1080p or maxed out settings. So just have fun, man. Max everything out. This game is really well optimized, and on maxed out settings it looks pretty good as well. So play the game. Play Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced as Edward Kenway, the OG pirate. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So 5070 can definitely handle the game really well. So next up, I think I'm gonna go for the 9060 XT, and then after that the 5060. So stay tuned for all of those benchmarks. It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the remaining benchmarks that's coming up. And that'll be it. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So take it easy and peace out.